Hello students, I am Bimla and today I am here with the lesson tissue of 9th class. So dear children, we have studied in our previous lesson about cell. So cell we have discussed and we have studied that these are the basic structural and functional unit of life. Now these cells when they form a group and the group of similar cell, okay, the cells having same origin, same structure, and when they come together to perform a specialized function in an organism, then that particular group of cell is called a tissue. Okay, so we can say that tissue is a group of cell that have similar origin, structure, and perform a specialized function in an organism and is called the tissue. All the organisms, they are made up of cells. Cells, they organize, they form tissues. Various tissues, they come together to form organs. Organs come together to form the organ system, and ultimately there is formation of the organ system and a higher organisms. So dear children, so all the living organisms, they have the cell, tissues, organ system, okay, except the unicellular organism or the simple organisms or simple multicellular organisms. Now children, why tissues are essential? Okay, you might have seen that in classroom there or in at home or in the institutes there is division of labor. Okay, each person is assigned a different work. In school there are different teachers for different subjects. There are different workers, they different individuals, drivers are there for driving buses. Okay, there are sweepers, there are cleaners, maids. Okay, there is a headmaster, or we can say principal, there are directors. So all are performing different functions and together they are forming an institute. Similarly, an organism works due to the division of the labor. So different tissues, they perform different functions and they help in making, or they help in performing different functions, and that those functions which are essential for the vital or survival of the living organisms. Okay, now children, what is difference between plant tissue and animal tissue? How plant tissues, they are different from the animal tissues? Okay, so we have various points to differentiate between the plant tissues and the animal tissues. See, plant tissues, they are simple. Okay, they are supportive and dead. Most of the tissues present in the plant are dead, but in case of animal, the tissues are living, they are complex. Okay, and in case of plant tissues, the amount of energy required is more. Okay, that means the plants they require less energy because they have the more of the dead cells are present, so they require less energy for maintenance. But in case of animal tissues, they need more of the energy because they have more living tissues. Next we have many cells and tissues are dead, as plants are sedentary, they do not move. Okay, that means the tissues and cells that are present in the plant are mostly dead, and these lead to their sedentary life. Okay, that means the most of the plant, except few unicellular plants, the plants are sedentary, they do not move. Okay, you might be surprised that how plants can move. So there are some unicellular plants or some of the aquatic plants, they are not sedentary, they can float with the water. Okay, those are the exceptions, but in case mostly the plants, they are sedentary, they do not move. But in case of animal cell, most of the cells and tissues, they are living, as most of the animals are motile. That means they can move. Okay. So all most of the animals, they are motile and they move. So to ensure movement, most of their cells and tissues should be living. Okay. So they need more energy because they have more living cells, and plants, they need less energy because they have more dead cells. Okay. Now when we talk about the types of the tissues, okay, there are two main types of tissues present in the plant. Okay. And one of the tissue is responsible for growth, so that is called the growth tissue, and another is responsible for formation of the various other tissues, that is the permanent tissue. So there are two main types of tissues present in the plant, whereas in case of animal tissues, there are four types of tissues, and there is no specialized tissue for the growth. Okay, no tissue is specialized to perform the growth in case of animals. There is uniform growth in the animals, and after some time the growth retards. But in case of plant, what happens? Plants, they some of the plants, perennial plants, okay, you might have studied in your earlier classes that annual plants are there, biennial plants are there, and perennial plants are there. So annual plants, they complete their life cycle in one season. Biennial, they complete their life cycle in 2 seasons, and there are perennial plants, they carry on their life cycle, okay, and they survive for many years. Okay. Now plant tissues are simple as compared to the animal tissues. Okay. So in this way, we'll move on now to the type of the plant tissue. So dear children, we can you can see here the plant tissues. Number one, we talked about the growth tissue. So meristematic tissue is also known as the growth tissue. Okay, and it is of three types. There is apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and lateral meristem. Okay. So meristematic tissue can be said, you can use the term meristem for meristematic tissue. Okay. So here I have used the term apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and lateral meristem. Second type of the tissue that is present is the permanent tissue. Now permanent tissue, in permanent tissue there is simple permanent tissue and the complex permanent tissue. Okay. Now simple permanent tissue of the plant is of three types: parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. And complex permanent tissue is of two types: xylem and phloem. Okay. So these are the types of the plant tissues. Now we will discuss one by one. Okay. You can see meristematic tissue. Meristose means to divide. Okay. That's why it is called dividing tissue. Now the plant tissue or the cell that can divide and give rise to new tissues or cells is called meristematic tissue. Now what is meristematic tissue? Meristematic tissue is the tissue or the cell, okay, that can divide, okay, that has the capability to divide and give rise to new cells and tissues. Okay. A plant tissue which can produce new tissues and cells, that particular tissue is called the meristematic tissue. Okay. Now we have the types of the growth in meristematic tissue. Okay. So first type is primary growth. So you might have seen the plants, they grow in height. Okay. So that particular growth is the primary growth. Next is secondary growth. Okay. Secondary growth means you might have seen that the plants, they grow in the diameter, that means in the girth. Okay. That means their size, okay, diameter also increase. Earlier when you see the plants, they are thin, okay, but later on the plants, they start growing thicker, or they become more, they grow in their diameter. So that particular growth is the secondary growth. Now we will discuss some characteristic features of the meristematic tissue. Now you can see the characteristics of meristematic tissue. Okay, so cells of this tissue are immature. Okay, that means they are not mature. They are undifferentiated, that means they are not specialized to perform any function. They are isodiametric, that means their structure, the dimension, that is similar, either it is oval, rectangular, whatever may be the shape or size, that is similar. Okay. Next characteristic is these cells are tightly packed and no intercellular space is present. That means if they are packed, okay, compactly packed or tightly packed, okay, and they are very active. Okay, the meristematic tissues, they are very active. They have dense protoplasm. The liquid material that is present inside the cell is very dense. Okay, the nucleus is larger in size. Okay, the cell wall that is present in them is very thin. Okay, and vacuole, okay, vacuole are small, or they are few in number, or the vacuole may be absent also. Okay, so these are the some of the characteristic features of the meristematic tissue. These features keep it different from the permanent tissue. Okay, now let's see types of the meristematic tissue. First one is apical meristematic tissue. Okay, you can see here apical meristematic tissue. So it is present in the growing tip region and it is responsible for growth of the plant. It is present in the root tips as well as in the shoot tips. So, or in the growing tips of the stem or root. Okay. Now next we have is the intercalary. Okay, so you can see here the intercalary meristem. Okay, so this is present at the base of the leaf or in the internodal region. It is responsible for increasing the length of the internodal region. Okay, and third one is the lateral meristem. You can see in the lateral part. Okay, now let's see one by one in detail. Apical meristematic tissue is present at the apical part of the plant, like shoot apex, root apex and the lateral tips. Okay, the function of apical meristem is it help in primary growth and increase height of the plant. Okay, now this is about the apical meristematic tissue or meristem. Now next comes the intercalary meristem. Okay, so intercalary meristem, it is present in between other cells at the base of leaves and the node. Okay, now the function of intercalary meristem is it help in increase in the height of the plant. Okay, or it also help in increase